We're going to get the command.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshal, Managing Director, Head of Global ETFs, Powershares by Invesco, Dan Draper.
Daytona, let's get loud! Drivers, start your engines!
Safe to say somebody is ready to go racing.
More comfortable, especially after he starts to sweat a little bit more.
The wait is over. Green flag in the air on 2017. Brandon Jones, first career pole, jumps out front.
Was that kid ready to roll or what? Great jump by Jones.
.48 car's got a lot of speed. Brennan Poole ran for Rookie of the Year last season. 15 winner here. Ryan Reed making a move to the outside. Help from another Ford. That would be Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, and I think that's what we really didn't know is how big are these runs going to be? How fast are they going to approach each other? And you saw the 16 car get a nice push by the 22. But this is where they're all going to start feeling things out. The little bit of bump draft. How fast are the cars going to go? How much are they going to move around with this little spoiler on the back?
Yeah, there's a lot of unanswered questions, Adam, and they're going to try to answer them at 190 miles an hour, 2 and 3 wide now, and start the game, right?
Those outside 3 cars were connected very well all the way to turn 1. You see Casey shoot out.
Got one in the wall back there.
And I think that's the 44 of Benny Gordon that went wide. No caution yet. There's a lot of contact there.
Let's see what happened to the 44 here.
Oh. Is that a sign of what's to come, Kevin? Loose race cars? Because Benny just got sideways up in the corner and then overcorrected and into the outside wall he went.
It definitely has the look of loose there for sure, but it looks like he had some trouble getting in the corner. It almost looks like he might have had a tire going down or something going wrong before we really pick it up there.
I know he had help from the wall, but that could have been a lot worse. Pretty good effort by him to keep that thing from shooting back across the track.
He's saying the splitter just into the racetrack way too much. Also asking for clearer information from his spotter, Kevin Hamlin.
Caution out for the second time today, Chris. That's the 40. 18-year-old Brandon Hightower that goes for a ride as he entered the tri-oval. Was running 34th at the time, and this gives us an opportunity to update a couple of things. Benny Gordon did bring out the caution when he hit the wall. Those problems earlier. Here's a look back at what happened to Hightower coming off turn 4.
If you're going to get loose, Kevin, you know this. It's going to be exiting 4. That track flattens out in a hurry, and around he went. I don't know if he got a little help or not, but that's certainly a really tough place to drive when you're on worn-out tires.
Yeah, we don't have a real good view of how it started, but it looks like he just lost it. And I think if that's going to be the case, it's really going to start showing up when you get to lap 20. And when you start putting 2 tires on or no tires in strategy, especially if you're going to go to the end of the next stage, the cars are going to get hard to drive.
55 miles per hour, you see William Byron here in the 9, he slides it, and then it gets into the wall, and then the biggest challenge is his pit crew can't get to the left side of the car. But I think one thing that contributed to this, Shannon, he's in the very first pit box coming in, and even though you're under caution, pit road speed is still fast, 55 miles per hour.
Remember that teammate thing I said about behind Elliott? He decided he needed to be on the bottom. That's a Chevrolet teammate. I mean, not a company teammate.
Oh, we got trouble. Tyler Reddick in the 42. That's Ryan Reed. Garrett Smithley through the grass. Spencer Gallagher gets a piece of it.
Oh, and they're still wrecking. William Byron. Kevin, you said it. Talk about mistakes on pit road, and look where that put Byron.
Yeah, you have to do everything you can to not make the little mistakes to try to avoid all this, because you never know when it's going to happen, and you're safer towards the front.
There's Spencer Gallagher with some serious damage.
Jeremy Clements. Saw at least 2 rookies involved in that. Cole Custer, Spencer Gallagher, both got damage. Watch the 42.
Off of the bumper. Of the 24 of Scott Lagasse, it looked like. And then they just kept wrecking at him. I'm surprised they couldn't get them woed down. That happened right near the front of the field.
Yeah, and I think what happened there is the 42 was almost going down, and it's like the car behind him, the 24, just got him off center in the bumper, and it just hooked him to the right as he was pushing him.
We saw the same thing last night in the Truck Series on lap 1. A bump draft gone wrong. And watch these guys just trying their best to work their way through this mess.
At 42's Tyler Reddick, driving for Chip Ganassi, going to share that ride this season with Kyle Larson.
One out front, one inside.
What a job of driving that was.
Good job, buddy. Big
Daniel Suarez just snaking his way through there.
Woohoo! Third caution of the day at Daytona. Going to put the red flag out. 5 laps to go in stage 1 here at the World Center of Racing.
Adam, a handful of drivers taken down to the infield care center. Cole Custer, the first one to be brought out here. And Cole, good to see you're okay. What did you see in that wreck?
Not much. I mean, we were just kind of back there because we pitted, and we were just going to try and make our way up there maybe before the segment. And I just saw the 42 get turned, and by that time I couldn't see anything from there, and just couldn't go anywhere. I think the 23 came up and just nowhere to go. You know, just nobody's fault from my point of view. Just couldn't avoid it. So it really sucks. I thought we had a really good Hawes Automation Chevy. I mean, a Ford Mustang that definitely drafted really good. And I mean, I think we're definitely going to be strong with Ford and Hawes Automation. I think we're gonna have a good season the rest of the year.
Good to see you're okay. Matt?
With Eric Almirola.
And watch the job this cat does. Look at that, the whole world's right in front of him, and around he goes, but no serious damage.
Brad Keselowski, who led a number of laps early, got shuffled out of the draft, lost track position. He did make a trip down pit road to get some damage repaired. 5 laps to go in the opening stage when we return. Now that we're back up to speed, all the drivers that came down pit road, went on the 5-minute clock, have met minimum speed, so their 5-minute clock is gone. Good news for them, and what a hard hit. Brandon Jones nose first into the outside wall.
Oh, man. That's a shame. Look at the cars. Brad Keselowski sneaks through again. Ryan Sieg's going to make it. But Brandon Jones, Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace. Look at Algire's car.
I'm going to tell you what, guys, that was a hard hit. Head on.
Wicked.
Couple hard hits.
Darrell Wallace Jr. sitting up against the wall. It's like a little movement there inside Allgaier's machine. Eric Jones, Daniel Hemrick. My goodness, are we going to have any cars left? Back-to-back big ones at Daytona. Wow.
Oh, Hemrick slides up the track, gets into Allgaier.
Jones hit it once, rebounded, got hit again, and turned once more. Exact same location into the wall.
Michael, I don't know if he got loose right there, if he was going up to get a side draft, or what really happened to the 21 right there to cause him to go up the track.
And possibly could he have hit some of that speedy drive maybe, and it made him just change lanes all so slightly, but you can see he's heading in the wrong direction when they come into turn 3.
I've been here before, and you go in there and you feel like you can't turn the wheel. You've been into turn 3 a lot where you feel like you can't turn the wheel, and it looks like it might be a similar situation to that, but he just goes up.
On board with Daniel Suarez.
11 still with you. Keep digging, keep digging, keep digging. We're in it, guys. We're in it here. Got hit from behind and nosed up to the fence. A lot of front damage. You all right, bud?
Listen to the violence of a super speedway crash.
Front.
This is Brad Keselowski.
Back up high, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, go, go, go. Easy, easy, easy. Middle, 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 middle. You're going right corner, right corner, right corner, back it down, back it down. Middle lane's clear, middle lane's clear, middle lane's clear.
Wow. I mean, Brad was involved in that last crash, so he was so far behind this one, it allowed him to get slowed down, and a great job by his spotter, Joey Meyer, to walk him through it. Let's go back to real-time speed, and you will really get a feel for the violence of that hit. My.
Brandon Jones, 2 hard, or excuse me, yeah, Brandon Jones, 2 hard hits.
Jones.
At this point, we only have 13 drivers that has not been involved in an accident.
Allgaier was one of the first cars hit there. Was there anything on the track that you felt, any speedy, dry, anything that led to that?
No, I'm not really sure what happened. You know, I think it's just circumstances, and you know, we're racing really hard, obviously, to get the end of that first segment, and such a shame. And we had a really good Brent Fresh Agriculture Chevy. We were trying to make our way up there towards the front, and that was a hard hit, probably one of the hardest that I've taken in my NASCAR career. But I can't thank everybody back at Junior Motorsports enough. The Hendrick Chassis Shop for building safe race cars, all of our safety gear partners, Simpson and Steel Helmets. You know, when you take a hit like that and you see the kind of damage that it does to the cars, you know, to be able to pop out and walk away is really something incredible. But we've had a tough week. We had one of our friends and crew members on our dirt car get hit at the dirt track a few days ago, and he's been recovering in the hospital. So our thoughts and prayers with him today. And we wanted to get a little bit better finish for that to be able to kind of cheer up spirits, and unfortunately we're going home early.
Glad you're okay, though. Chris?
Yeah, Bubba Wallace also cleared from the infield care center. And Bubba, you were a couple rows back there on that replay. Anything you can do in that situation?
No, not really. We probably just like the new boy band group all walking out together out of the infield care center. That's never good. But just kind of biding our time there. I kind of put us in that spot there early. I was second or leading outside line there early with Elliott behind me, and the 88 came up so fast, and I just kind of bailed out, and obviously they pulled team orders, so just kind of fell back, kind of making our way up through there, and it's just crazy. You know, all of us were talking there while we had our little mediation there. It's crazy how fast or how hard some of those guys are racing, but I'm okay. It's hard hit, but I've had a couple of those, but we're all good. Just hate it for my Lidos team. We were making some ground there. I thought we had a decent car, just kind of biding our time. Really wanted to make it to the end of the race. Can't believe it's only lap 29, second red flag already. So these stages, they are some hype, and some of the drivers are trying to get after it. But we're okay. Having a Coke with you. We'll go on to Atlanta, and we'll be all right there.
Thanks, Bubba.
Well, 20 years ago, we saw Dale Earnhardt turn over and get out of his car, get back in it, and drive off. It looked like you took off your belts, and you were thinking about getting out. What was that all about?
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to, with this 5-minute clock, you got to be ready to go with your adjustments and fixes and all that stuff. And we had a red flag, so I wanted to make sure I gave all the best intel I could back to my team. So they got it fixed up, I think, pretty good, and that's good. I think we're still in contention for this win with Discount Tire Ford Mustang.
Truckload of bags of Speedy Dry. All right, look at that green and white flag. You know what that means? That means this opening stage is complete. Offer up some congratulations to Elliott Sadler. Wins the first stage of 2017, and he's going to grab some points, both regular season and 1 playoff point. So we offer him our congratulations. And I'll tell you what, Junior Motorsports is getting the hang of this plate stuff. Won 3 of the last 6 races here entering today. They won 2 of the 3 races last year, with Chase Elliott winning here at Daytona and Elliott Sadler taking it at Talladega.
Here comes Kez.
And it really becomes a numbers game at this point. If you've got 4 or 5 cars on the bottom compared to 3 on the top, the guy out front, as you see with Brendan Gong here, you know, he was out front too far. Man, that was close.
That wasn't close. They hit. It looked like Amarola got into Gone. Great job of driving both by Gone and William Byron.
Shouldn't be surprised that Brendan Gaughan is out front. Problems here for Benny Gordon. Tire goes down. He'll have to come to pit road. And that will bring out the caution for the first time in our second stage, 5th time overall today.
And I think you mentioned Tyler Reddick. He might be getting ready to receive the free pass. Your player.
I almost wrote him off when I spoke. I'm glad I changed my wording on that.
Looks like just probably some damage, Kevin, from earlier contact and rubbed the right front fender. And
yeah, I saw somebody smoking, and I have a feeling that it was probably his car and his tire hitting that fender, and that's the result of it.
Benny Gordon right now shown in 27th, and I'm surprised as we get confirmation that Tyler Reddick does get the free pass. I'm surprised we have 26 drivers that are within 1 lap of the leader, and with Tyler Reddick going back to the lead lap, there's 3 guys that will be 1 lap down. When you figure that we've got 23 guys on the lead lap, with all the carnage we have seen early in this race, a real tribute to these guys that go over the wall and fix them.
It's like he's coming to the pits.
Slowing up.
Oh.
Bring it on down. It won't read the whole time. I reset them on Novak Launch and they still won't read.
Tough break for driver 9. And done some good things after a rough start here this afternoon, but dropping mightily with an engine that he believes is about to expire.
Need a battery, take your head. 1 and 2 and the battery's dead.
Laps to go in the stage. We have closed pit road and a shootout at the front to determine who is going to get the green, white, checkered.
Yeah, if we didn't have stage racing, I don't think you'd be seeing this side-by-side battle. Those guys were just lined up logging laps. Ryan Reed said, I need a playoff point. I need some regular season points. I'm going to the front. Oh, no.
Crash. Brennan Poole.
They're wrecking behind you. Do not lift yet. Do not lift, okay? Back her down, brother. That'll be 1 to go.
Brad Keselowski got into the back of Brendan Poole in the bump draft, and it went wrong.
Checkered. I was referring to that green-white checkered flag signifying the end of a stage. Here's what brought out the caution.
Bam. With the experience of Brad Keselowski, Kevin, did you see anything there that makes you think that wasn't just typical bumpers not matching up, bump drafting that went wrong?
Stagnant front by a half. Right lane solid. +1 in front.
See how it was just a little bit off center? You know, with these cars, you have to have them dead center. And it was just, he was just a little bit to the right, and you have those 2 crowns lined up with the front and rear bumper, and it just turned him to the right. But I mean, that's how hard it is to do this bump drafting. I mean, we watched Brad do it for what, 2 or 3 laps earlier, and now it's you know, resulted in just a little bit of a mistake there, just by the cars being off of alignment by 6 inches, and it just doesn't take much.
Caution for the 6th time today, 2nd time in stage 2. Cook and Poole get together. He also finds himself inside the top 12 as we head toward 40 laps to go. There's one breaking free. Matt Tifft in the 19. He kissed it a little bit. Caution is out, 8th one of the day.
He just blew it.
Nice job keeping it off the wall. Fire it up and roll there if you can.
Left rear tire
is down.
I believe if I'm the 5 car, we're going to have to get to the pits. Wow, how about that? Right in his lap. Get in the pits and maybe try to put some tape on that hood. He almost had bigger problems than that, didn't he?
Oh yeah, you just see the tire blow right there.
Nice evasive move by Michael Annett to get up and around Matt Tifft, and Tift's going to slide down and just get that thing heading in the right direction, nick the wall.
Oh, you can see the tire. It's apart pretty early in the corner right there. Man, those are great shots to see the sparks and the tires and everything come apart.
Did you see that truck of Matt Crafton last night? It just looked like the movie
twist bumper of that 88, and as soon as he gets there, it'll almost become dead air. And
oh, there it is. The best car we thought all day long in a bump drafting mistake just went into the wall.
Number of big cars taken out in what is our 3rd big crash of the afternoon. And among them, the dominator, Elliott Sadler, who had led 40 laps and swept the first 2 stages of this race.
I'm telling you, Michael, I think what is happening here is these cars are going down the straightaway. They're high. They're higher than they used to be because they don't have all that downforce pushing on the back of the car, and they're just light in the middle of the straightaway. And that little contour in the bumpers, in just a little couple inches off one way or the other, shoots the car off.
And as you ratchet it up and head toward the checker flag, it just gets worse and worse. Austin Dillon approaching the 1, gives him a little bump, knocks him out of whack.
Even when these cars are square, they're just so light in the back that everything has to be absolutely perfect or it causes another big wreck.
You know who this caution is big for? William Byron, who didn't pit under that last caution, took the wave around. He was not going to be good on fuel. Now he will be, and right now he scored in the top 10.
Just that easy to take the most dominant car of the day and crunch it up. And look at William Byron. You talked about him, Adam. He's off-roading through the grass. I don't think he hit anything. I don't know what what kind of shape his splitter will be in, but he narrowly avoided that wreck.
So unfortunate for Elliott Sadler. You see Joey Gase, Ray Black Jr., Ryan Sieg.
Ryan Reed.
Just mowing the grass down that back straightaway.
Here at Smithley.
Wow. Just happens so fast.
Very, very tough situation for Elliott Sadler, Matt. 2017, from the standpoint of, he won the first 2 stages here today, but unfortunately, it's not going to work out at the finish for him. Same for J.J. Yaley, who had his 5-minute clock run out, and he will go to the garage and be done.
But this is the benefit of this point system. You get these guys racing hard all day long. Elliott Sadler had a great day, and it stinks that he's not going to win the race. But he's not going to lose the whole day because of the new stage point system. He is rewarded for leading laps and having a good race car, and I think that is one of the great parts of everything that we have with the new point system. He didn't go near as far back as I thought he would, so he's still got a chance.
That 88 is stout.
But back behind him,
oh, there they go.
Interesting. Ray Black Jr. around.
Behind you. Caution's out. Keep rolling.
William Byron around.
Caution is out. 10th one of the day.
Not a lot of damage to that 9 car. He's been down in the grass before.
Well, I can tell you the grass has gotten a workout down the backstretch. And they will be ready to have the grass torn up for the Supercross race here in a couple weeks.
Look at Joey Gase dragging, sparking, but making some ground, and Ray Black Jr. squeezes in a hole. And I just don't think he knew Michael Annett was on the outside. Spun around, clipped William Byron.
I like the aggression, though, out of these drivers, because they know the opportunity that's in front of them.
Those guys right there is where things are going to go wrong. See there, Black just tried to get over to the right. Casey Kane was there, comes off of Kane. William Byron said, I got to get out of here. Check out Ray Black. He knows there's a racetrack over to the right somewhere. He needs to get back to it.
And there was no more room for Michael Annett. He was all the way against the wall.
I'd say William Byron has gotten quite the education in his first career start.
Yeah, you're right, Adam. He went spinning through that grass for the 2nd time tonight. Well, Ryan Reed had this race where he wanted it. He was in control up front. Just needed to run a couple of laps, but that didn't happen.
Now back to the white flag.
Casey Kane's got to run, Kevin.
Kane down to the inside. Reed tries to block him. 2.5 miles to a victory at the world center of racing.
And now we see the 22. He's on the 88's bumper, so they should have some momentum. It's just a matter of where it times out.
Reed up the track to block Kane. Crossover from the 88, but he cannot pull off the pass. Down the back straightaway.
What a great block by Reed. That was awesome driving there. Just barely squeezing in front of Kane.
Watch Austin Dillon in that high lane. Look at the 52 of Joey Gase right in the mix, looking for his 2nd career top 5. The other came at Talladega. Off at turn 4, Kane looks inside. Reed protecting that double yellow line. 3 wide as they come through the tri-oval behind him. Reed looking for the checkers. He's going to get his 2nd career victory at Daytona. And they're crashing as they come across the start-finish line.
It's over. Oh my God! That is what. I love you guys. Oh my God, we're gonna celebrate. I'm gonna burn this down to the ground.
The vehicle of Dakota Armstrong, who still had the window net up. So we will keep our eye on all of those that were a part of that accident.
Well, guys, I got to tell you, it's another great day for Bakersfield. Can't beat that. Fellow Bakersfield Californian there.
The Chamber of Commerce is smiling right now.
That's right.
He said he was going to burn it down. He didn't lie.
You'd probably be okay if this was a Bakersfield Saturday and Sunday this week.
You know, we'll load up and take both the trophies back home and show them to whoever wants to see them.
He's told 6 years ago he would never race again when he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. He's defied the odds, and now he's won twice at Daytona International Speedway.
Roush Fenway Racing went all of 2016 without a win. Here in 2017, they kick it off with the biggest win of them all. Hugging his crew chief, Phil Gould. Brian, it's been 2 years since you stood here. How often have you thought about and dreamed about getting back to taste that victory again?
Man, I thought about it this morning. You know, I've had some people come up to me and tell me how amazing that last win, or my first win was. For so many people, everyone knows, a lot of people know that I have type 1 diabetes. And to see what that win meant to so many people, it drove me to get back into victory lane. These guys right here, so many of the same guys that I had last year, and a lot of new guys. Man, we just, you know, having Lilly Diabetes stick with us, going to our 4th year, that's something that, you know, a lot of people can't say they've had the privilege to do. So thank you to them. What an amazing sponsor. Ford, Jack, oh man, American Diabetes Association, so many people that have stood by me when things weren't the greatest, you know. But at the end of last year, I told everyone we had a lot of momentum, and I said we'd unload at Speed Weeks, ready to go, and here we are. We're locked into the chase. So many good things are happening right now. I hope everyone watched at home on their Xfinity X1 because that right there was fun. And I don't know how it looked from the stands or TV, but from my point of view, it was a lot of fun.
It was so exciting at the end. You had a freight train coming behind you, and you had the block of the race on Casey Kane. How risky was that, driving in your mirror, trying to look ahead as well?
Well, I mean, I figured, I couldn't tell if I was quite clear, but you know, I've studied so much tape. I ran a cup race last year at Talladega, and I learned so much from that, and I tried to apply everything I'd learned and take a chance. You know, I mean, it was a gamble, but you know, if you're going to gamble, you might as well gamble on a win, right? So just so excited. I'm so ready to go celebrate with these guys. Everyone at home that is a part of the Lilly family, thank you guys so much. I could not do it without you guys, and let's go get some more of this. Let's go win a championship.
Such an inspiration for so many young kids out there, Adam. He wins in Daytona.
Red flag is out at Daytona as Brad Keselowski came onto pit road under heavy braking. A lot of debris came out from under the car that we think is a brake rotor and brake parts. Here's a look. Look behind the car. And then he coasted all the way around the racetrack to come to a stop, indicating that he had no brakes at the time. Larry?
Hey, buddy, how are you? Hey, for my fans, Larry the Cable Guy has a question for me.
Yes, I'm monitoring the internet. Mike, this is for you. Do you have any words of encouragement for other drivers like yourself that have no chance of winning the race?
Oh, shit. Myers, I don't understand. Hey, kick his ass.
We're having a good time. Here to deliver the most famous words in motorsports for the 59th running of the Daytona 500. Please welcome your Grand Marshal from the upcoming Disney Pixar film Cars 3, opening in theaters this June, the voice of Lightning McQueen, Owen Wilson.
Drivers, start your engines!
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Damian Tomlinson waved the green flag. Chase Elliott, Dale Earnhardt Jr. bumper to bumper with Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer. Jamie McMurray on the inside lane, and Elliott leads the first lap. Halfway through the first stage and almost a collision. Crash. And hard into the wall goes Corey LaJoie. LaJoie misjudged his speed entering pit road, locked it up, spun to the outside to the wall, and we're under caution.
Another rookie mistake.
There's the green and white car. There's LaJoie toward the back of the field.
He just misjudges the speed here. He doesn't get it woe down enough.
Coming hot,
but he tries to avoid Clint Boyer, which Clint's thankful of, but unfortunately it loads over in the left rear and he just can't keep it under control. Noses into the outside wall.
Just way too much speed.
Onto pit road, or onto the flat there. It certainly doesn't seem like it's slowing down.
You know what, Jeff? I think a veteran would know to touch his brakes, pump the brakes, be sure I got a full pedal. I don't think he ever got the brakes to work.
I also wonder if he knew he wasn't going to make it. He tried to abort and then lost control.
Richard Petty and the surprise Trevor Bayne in 2011 have all gone to victory lane for the Wood Brothers.
Trouble.
Somebody just smacked the wall, and I think somebody was David Reagan.
It's a 38 car, and he's got heavy damage. Heavy damage. Dadgum, he was running so well.
Looked like there might have been contact that sent Reagan's Ford into the outside wall. He was running in 8th place.
Yeah, we saw some cars try to get 3 wide right there. I wonder if that...
No caution. Let's have a look.
No, he just got a little loose. Then they went 3 wide. He tried to close the door.
Ooh. Yeah, he got a little wide. 3 wide right there with the 17 car going up through the middle, and it just upset the 38 enough to get him in the wall.
Boy, watch how close Dale Earnhardt Jr., Logano.
The 27 car, Menard, he was in that.
So he saw where he got a little loose and he was getting wide. He needed to close that door to keep somebody from going 3 wide, but Ricky Stenhouse Jr. already had a run on him.
Would these guys be coming to the end of a stage? I'm telling you, they're mixing it up pretty hard right now.
Now, you're watching Ricky Stenhouse on the right. He's coming across slow. He was 12th, and he may have gotten together with Ryan Newman in the 31.
Remember, he made contact with David Reagan earlier. This may be a tire that went down. He goes wide here, and now here comes Ryan Newman around him. He's just trying to keep it going straight because I think he has a problem.
I think he got a tire going down. That's why he pushed up the hill the way he did. You see right there, it just took off.
Jamie.
That's exactly right. He first got into David Reagan, left front damage on the 17 for Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but he said there was no smoke, so they were keeping an eye on it. There's certainly smoke now as that tire was cut down. He's coming to pit road.
They get right here because there are some points. I mean, are they going to try to get a run and try to make a couple extra points, maybe win the stage?
It looks to me like everybody's trying awfully hard right now. If there's an opportunity, they're going to take it. I know that 21 wants to get by the 4 to get to the 18. Just not sure he can do it. Dale Jr. right there. Keselowski up on the outside. What a battle.
Kyle Busch leads them down to the stripe with Harvick in tow. Blaney side by side for 4th. And the computer says Keselowski over Dale Earnhardt Jr. for 4th place, with then Larson, McMurray, Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, who started in the back, got up into the points-paying positions 9th, and Danica Patrick unofficially the top 10 at the end of stage 1. Kyle Busch is the first stage winner. Clint Boyer earlier had contact, and he was concerned if that's really affecting the aerodynamics on the right rear.
Brett, I got a parachute on the right rear. No, not from up here. It doesn't look to. Guys, there's no parachute. Let's drive the car and let's go up to the front. Well, unless there's a rocket button in here, you're going to have a little trouble right now. Patience, Grasshopper, patience. I'm just saying, we repaired the right rear. It should be okay.
We might get our Fox cameras to that right rear and show these boys, yes, Clint, you do have a parachute. You can see how that right rear has been buckled and pushed in, and it has pulled that right rear fender out.
See it right here.
Yeah, that to me, that's a parachute.
That's a parachute. Plus, he's lost the rear panel back there where you get your side force.
Newman, A.J. Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, and Clint Boyer is also in. All green flag stops.
Whoa, Kyle Busch is around. Big wreck.
Wow. There's
Dale Jr. got involved.
Oh, Jr.'s in it, and Matt Kentz is.
And Ty Dillon and Eric Jones are all piled up in turn 3.
What the heck happened?
The 18 just turned around. I don't know if he got himself in a unique position, or the car got loose right there going in the corner, or he had a tire going down, but it just turned around in front of everybody.
All right, let's see what we got.
There's Kyle Busch.
All by himself.
Boy.
Oh, it just turned. I mean, that has to be a tire. There's no way that car just jumped around like that without something happening to it. I mean, he just lost. That thing just went sideways.
They were working their way through some slower traffic right here. I can't imagine that there was an aero situation there, but
something cut that
it
tire.
definitely
Did he
turned around in a hurry.
Did he make contact with that car he was passing?
It's a good question.
I didn't see any, but we can look at it again.
I mean,
he's just right there. He's all by himself. Now watch. All of a sudden, that car goes around like a left rear tire maybe went down.
Before that, he and Michael McDowell were pretty close together on the racetrack.
Did you see Junior?
Yeah.
Go up on two wheels.
Jimmy
goes by on
Johnson
the inside.
scoots through.
No, that thing just turned around, Mike, all by itself.
You're right. McDowell was nowhere near him.
Right.
Kyle Busch has gone to the garage. He is out of the Daytona 500 per the new crash damage policy rules. Here's what Kyle had to say.
Fantastic. What, that left rear? I think it was the right rear. Right rear went down. Just entering turn 3.
Wow.
Nice miss by Elliott Sadler in the 7. A wild ride for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Right here, right up and over the nose of Kyle Busch's car. Wow.
Boy, I tell you, that was lucky.
Now, under the crash damage policy, they can make repairs to Junior's car on pit road, but they cannot replace parts with new
We heard
parts.
Kyle Busch's radio say right rear. Kyle, did you have any indication leading into that issue?
No. I wished I would have. If I would have tried to wave off as many guys behind me as I could, but it happened just as soon as we started picking up load into turn 3 and just spun around. You know, I actually felt like I hung onto it for a long ways, and then finally it went. You know, I don't know if it was the left rear that went down or the right rear that went down, but man, tore up 3 JGR cars in one hit, and also Junior. You know, so I feel bad, horrible for those guys, but man, nothing that we did wrong. You know, obviously Goodyear tires just aren't very good at holding air, so it's very frustrating when we have that down here every single year we've been here. Last year we had it as well too. It wrecked us in practice and tore up a car. A few cars actually were in that as well. So this M&M's Camry though, we were just biding our time, playing it out, trying to see what the strategies we're going to do at the segments. Thankfully we have I guess a segment point, you know, out of this day. That's a positive, but man, you're trying to win the Daytona 500 here, you know, and that's just so disappointing.
All right, now Kyle Busch, because of the new NASCAR policy, even though he drove back to the garage, he will go to the medical center to be checked and evaluated.
Thanks, Jamie. For the second day in a row, as in yesterday's Xfinity Series race, the winner of Stage 1 will not be around to see the checkered flag.
Front of you, front of you, front of you, front of you. Come on, baby. Come on. That was nice. Caution's out. Leave some fuel. Leave some fuel here. Safe, safe, safe.
10-4, pulled down on the apron and ran the splitter across the ground pretty hard, but I think we're fine.
Looks okay there.
Earl Barbin, Jimmy Johnson spotter.
Drivers and teams, they want to get the opportunity to get points any chance they can get, and this is a great opportunity.
Kurt Busch to the high side, bringing Brad Keselowski with him. Joey Logano went up to cover, dropped back to the bottom. Here they come to the green and white tablecloth to signify the end of Stage 2. Harvick, as Joey Logano made a bold move to the inside. Kevin Harvick wins Stage 2.
If you don't think these stages are making more intense racing out there, look at that. I mean, they want it.
That was intense right there with the 22 and the 4. Wow.
Is this a preview of what we'll see 80 laps from now? Harvick in the 4, the yellow car is Logano, red and black is Kurt Busch.
Yeah.
Wow. Slice and dice.
Wow.
Kevin Harvick wins Stage 2. Let's get down to the care center. Jamie Little.
Well, the story coming in, Dale Jr.'s return to the race car, to the racetrack. Good news is you've been checked and released and you're fine, Junior. It ended early for you, but what's your takeaway from today and being back?
I really enjoyed the whole week. We had a lot of fun. Everybody's support to get back to the racetrack was meant a lot to me. And just sorry we weren't able to deliver a better result today for all our fans and everybody that was looking forward to today. So we had a great car. At least we went out on, leading the race. I don't really know what happened there with the wreck. It just looks like Kyle had a flat tire.
I turned the wheel left, but you're also out of gas there, and it got on the splitter and just kind of goes straight. Luckily, the hit wasn't that hard, and we'll be able to get to Atlanta and compete again. It's going to be a fun season, and we got pretty high spirits. Not the result we wanted today, but like I say, it's been a great week.
We'll see Dale Jr. back in Atlanta. Mike?
A little dicey down the back straightaway. Cars get a little bit loose and crazy as they get the end of the back straightaway.
I mean, do they think it's 10 to go?
Trouble. Here we go. Here we go.
Jimmy Johnson got turned, and they pile up behind him.
14:48. I mean, the whole crowd. There's a 10.
Wow.
Lord have mercy. There you go.
5th caution flag of the day. 7-time series champ Johnson. Clint Boyer is in it. There's Jimmy's Chevrolet all torn up, and he's climbing out. Now watch Jimmy Johnson outside, 2nd row.
Oh, they got 4
Whoa.
wide. What happened was the 1 car, he snuck to the outside of the 48 getting into turn 3, and the 6 tried to go to the inside. Just not enough room to make it 4 wide right there.
And Mike, I know you won't. The cars are the most difficult to hang on to at the end of that back straightaway. They're light right there. Any touch, any move can spin you out.
I got you. I've not only seen this, I've been a part of this. Jamie McMurray pulls this move a lot. He sticks his nose just right there on your right rear quarter panel, nudges his way in there, and makes some great moves, but it is very aggressive.
Caution is out once again for a big pileup in turn 3. We want you to watch, and they are Jamie McMurray, Jimmy Johnson, and Trevor Bayne.
You can already see the 6 is poking his nose in there to make it 3 wide. McMurray's got a big run off of turn 2, giving him a nice shove down the back straightaway. You see the momentum going forward. Now, look, Jimmy just barely clears the 6 as the 1 makes a little contact. When that happens, it shoves Jimmy a little bit to the left. 1 starts to go the outside. There's just no room to go 4 wide as the nose of the 6 with Trevor Bayne was inside the 48. Big impact right there. DJ Kennington getting into Jimmy Johnson as well.
I think Johnson's car was just in a position where it was absolutely, if he touched it, it was going to spin out.
You can see Jamie's pushing him, and as he gets an opportunity to go the outside, he takes it.
And at least 16 cars are piled up in turn 3, with some audio from Jimmy Johnson as he rolled to a halt.
Really? I mean, the whole back straightaway, 2 of them trying to crash me. I assume we're done? Yes, sir. Put it on the truck.
Favored today, but it seems that maybe it's swung his way at this point. And
Trouble,
big one,
turn
Mike.
4. 3 cars spin down to the inside, trying to save it and stay off the wall. And Stenhouse, Bayne cannot. They impact the inside wall coming off 4. And Elliott Sadler, the 3rd car spinning with them.
Blaney got in it too. He's 3 Fords there got wiped out.
21 here. Ryan Blaney with Elliott Sadler and Jeffrey Earnhardt behind him.
Was Blaney coming to pit road there?
It almost looked like it because it looked like he was trying to drop
Sadler
down.
Maybe had to avoid him.
It looked like the 21 was definitely dropping down.
He was slowing.
Yeah. Yeah, look at him. It's either he's out of control.
He either got loose coming off of turn 4, or he was headed to pit road. Either way, they had to. The 7 of Elliott Sadler had to avoid him. That made contact with the 17, the 6.
Let's watch in the back straightaway and see if Ryan Blaney has his hand out to indicate that he's pitting.
He does. Now that's a signal. That's signaling to the cars behind.
Look, it's going back.
Now,
Car
back
behind
to the him. I think it's Elliott Sadler. He's saying, "Hey, we've got somebody pitting." Unfortunately, and then we had contact as we went into turn 3.
The message didn't get far enough back.
No, it just wasn't being relayed.
3rd car back is Jeffrey Earnhardt, the 33.
So what you're doing in this situation, if you're the 7 of Elliott Sadler, you know you've got to get wide to go around that 21 car, but you don't know what's going to happen from behind, and that's exactly what happened. He got contact from behind. That turned him into the 6, and then unfortunately that made contact to the 17.
Yep.
Sixth caution flag of the day. On the inside, excuse me, that's Gabe. Oh, big trouble.
But they wrecked. Did they not wreck?
Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking.
Suarez to the inside along with Newman. Cars piling up to the outside and all the way across the track.
Was that?
They're still wrecking.
Oh, McMurray's involved. It almost looked like the rear bumper of possibly Chase Elliott got turned into somebody. But
Ty
kept
Dillon
straight.
What a mess. Good grief.
Landon Castle. Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, Brad's
Daniel
car,
Suarez.
Brad's car was untouched, I thought, the last time I looked, at least the right side, but boy, now he's got heavy damage.
Yeah, 42 went by, he's got damage. Michael went by, and my brother, he got damage. Everybody goes by has got damage of some
Elliott
nature.
on pit road. Pretty sure this started with Chase Elliott. It looked like he just got sideways somehow in the back straightaway.
One of the cars we'll keep an eye on.
That's the one right there.
Jamie McMurray.
And the 24 in front of him.
Oh, he tries to go to the inside, make it 3 wide.
Yeah.
Gets to the left rear bumper of the 24 of Chase Elliott, turns him down into, I think that's Michael McDowell, and that just starts a chain reaction. Boy, McMurray's just super aggressive. I don't think those Hendrick teammates are going to be real happy with him.
Oh, goodness. This is amazing.
Right.
This is amazing.
McMurray into the back of, Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
So
McMurray's going to try to go 3 wide, and there isn't any room.
Guys, one of the things that happens when you're pushing somebody, you're in control of their car. And what that does is create an opportunity for you to jump inside or outside of them. And it works sometimes, but man, is it risky. You never know if you're going to be able to get inside or if they're going to block you. And that's exactly what happened. He kind of got Chase a little bit out of shape. He went to go inside there, and Chase, I don't think he had anything he could do. It just almost turned him.
Well, when the
cars come shooting across to the inside of the track, watch this 31 of Newman do a whole lot of agricultural racing right here. Wow.
Like snow plows.
Jeffrey Earnhardt,
which is not useful in Florida.
Involved. And we're under caution again for a multi-car crash in the Daytona 500 on Fox.
And Brad Keselowski, one of the favorites coming in to win this thing. And Brad, from a driver's standpoint, does this feel like a normal Daytona 500, or are guys just a little more aggressive today?
You know, some years I think we have where we run here and nobody wrecks and it's great racing, and then you have other years like this where everybody wrecks all the time. So I don't know, as a team we did a great job of controlling all the things we could control. We missed 3 wrecks and didn't miss the 4th one. So I'm really proud of my team. They brought me a great car. We did everything right that we could control. We couldn't control that. You know, these races, you've got to have the speed, you got to execute, you got to have luck. And sometimes you get away without having any luck, but you can't have bad luck. And we hit bad luck today with the Miller Lite Ford. So we'll just have to pick up the pieces and move on next week to Atlanta.
It is a broken track bar that has Brad Keselowski out.
Backed off a little bit, just pushed him away from him. He knows there's a lot of laps left to go in this race. Oh!
Trouble again.
Trouble again.
Here we go.
And across comes the 23, Joey Gase. Big slide. And that splitter digs in when it gets to the grass. Brendan Gaughan is involved. And we're back under caution
Looked
for
like
the
a very
8th time.
similar thing where somebody was bump drafted and it looked like it just didn't get squared up on his rear bumper and turned him into the outside
Left
wall.
of your screen.
It's like Chase Elliott. Oh, you know what's going to happen? He's going to get to his outside, and maybe he's not going to know he's there. He's going to come up. Yeah.
Yep, exactly
you can
what
see
happened.
Chase tried to back out the last second. He realized that he was going to come up, just not quite soon enough, and turns the 23 into the outside wall.
And after that, car won't steer.
Nope, left front's all caved in.
Yeah, he just had no idea that Chase Elliott had a big run on the outside.
Trying to lock it down, but scrubbing off speed is difficult until you get there.
That'll slow you down. Just a bam.
Pancakes the outside wall. Brendan Gaughan actually missed him, but then spun trying to regain control.
in the race. They've been in multiple times to fix crash damage, but they've executed very well. And now, big save by Truex. They're still in the hunt.
Unbelievable save by Martin Truex Jr. right there.
What happened to Almirola? He just dropped like a rock, and everybody had to scramble.
He had to
I think
check
the
up.
42 car.
Now, earlier, Team 22 was not happy with at least one of the drivers in this field.
That 24 needs to calm down. He's hit everything with the snack bar today. The third person he's drove in the side of like that.
Stumbled a little bit. He was able to flip that switch for that reserve. Now it's back running again, but just lost all the momentum.
I think this changed everything. No, I think it changed everything.
Larson. Kyle Larson to the bottom for the lead.
He's going to clear him. Here comes the 41 now with the big run.
Oh, the race is on now, boys. It's anybody's race now.
Wow. Again, I don't like this high line. I just think it gives too many opportunities to get a run and make moves on the inside.
Well, there's a guy right there running second right now that's finished third in this thing 3 times.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
Pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
Who else is going to run out fuel?
21 is, I'm not so sure. Well, I think he's okay. He's still going.
Now, if the 47 can get up behind the 21, give him a push, he might get there, but I don't know. I think this might be Kurt Busch's day.
Looks like he's going to come home a winner.
Kurt Busch has been the bridesmaid in the Daytona 500. Here they come off turn 4 for the final time. From Las Vegas, the 2004 champion of the series, Kurt Busch, for Gene Haas and Tony Stewart, wins the Daytona 500.
Wow. Wow. First time he's won the 500. What about that?
He pushed his then Penske teammate Ryan Newman to victory, and that's the old man, Tony Gibson.
Justin, are you there?
He's too old to get that excited.
Tony Gibson grew up down the street from Daytona International Speedway and now goes to victory lane.
I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Woo!
Tony Gibson been in this sport a long, long time. And he's been the best crew chief for Kurt Busch that Kurt could have.
For Kurt Busch, it's his 29th career win. First win in 17 tries in the 500. Matt is with the winning crew chief.
His dad used to build race cars at Run New Smyrna. Your mom, Peggy, used to sell tickets here at the Daytona International Speedway. This is a special one. Can you even describe for you as the crew chief to win at your home track?
Oh, this is unbelievable. I mean, you know, my dad got me started in all this, and you know, my mom, my dad, we sacrificed everything to put us in racing, and you know, I can't thank them enough. Thanks, Dad, Mom, I love you. My wife, Beth, my daughter, Lainey, everybody, all my brothers, Mark and Peppy. I have a great family that put us in racing, and it's just so emotional to come to my track and win. Unbelievable.
Team owner Tony Stewart, 17 starts in the 500, but today he will go to victory lane as an owner. There's Sunoco fueling victories.
Celebration out on the front stretch and smoke. So much went into this offseason. Moving over the Ford, so much effort, hard work. Can you describe from the owner's standpoint what this means to you tonight to win the Daytona 500?
I ran this damn race 18 years and couldn't win it, so finally won it as an owner, and to watch Kurt, man, what an awesome job those last couple laps. You just really didn't know what was going to happen because guys were trying different things, and you know, it's probably the most patient race I've ever watched Kurt Busch run, and he definitely deserved that one for sure. Really proud of everybody. Great day for Ford Performance and everybody at Stewart Haas Racing, and I think this finally gets Gene Haas all the crown jewels, so this is awesome, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bud.
Down the victory lane for the celebration.
The party is on in victory lane at Daytona for Kurt Busch and Stewart-Haas Racing. His wife Ashley, they were just married in January with a congratulatory hug and kiss, and this has been an unbelievable transition for Stewart-Haas Racing as Tony Gibson, the crew chief, you saw his tearful comments just moments after the transition to Ford. It has been such a challenge, and you reward your team and your manufacturer with a victory at Daytona. How did you do it today, Kurt? So much adversity, accidents, everything else. How'd you get to the front?
The more that becomes unpredictable about Daytona, the more it becomes predictable to predict unpredictability. I mean, this car is completely thrashed. There's not a straight panel on it. The strategy today, who knew what to pit when, what segments were what. Everybody's wrecking as soon as we were done with the second segment. I don't know. I mean, the more that I've run this race, the more that I've just throw caution to the wind, let her rip, and just elbows out. And that's what we did. I mean, that group put on a fantastic run to the end, and everybody did a great job not to wreck each other. I cannot believe this homecoming for Ford. Thank you, Doug Yates, and everybody at Ford Motor Company, Ford Performance. This is incredible.
You led only one lap, the last lap. But at what point in that last lap did you feel like you had a shot at winning it?
My rearview mirror fell off with 30 to go, and I was like, that's an omen. That's an omen, because I'm not going to have to look at it anymore. I got to drive defensively and take advantage of other people's mistakes. I made a move in 1 and 2, and the only thing I knew I could do to get a run from behind was to go high eventually, and I got the run from whoever was behind, and then the spotter said, 4 back, 5 back, 5 back, 5 back, and I'm like, I can't even see out the back to enjoy it. I was so nervous coming to the line, I didn't think we were going to win, but unbelievable to have all of this teamwork to build SHR Fords, and here we are in victory lane. So thanks, Haas Automation, Monster Energy, thank you for sponsoring the series. Hang on. And all of the family with Monster Energy, Haas Automation, Ford, the way that everybody works together. Thank you, State Water Heaters, Mobile One, Rush Truck Centers, and most importantly, a sold-out group of fans and the fans that are watching on TV.
Kurt, you're a former champion, but you've been through a lot of adversity in your career. What does it mean to be standing here tonight in victory lane as the Daytona 500 winner?
I have a lot of people that have believed in me over the years, and a lot of people that have supported me. I don't know if my wife's close. Ashley, but I met this young woman, and she's made more of a man out of me than all of my crew and my sponsors and my team. And I just want to say thank you, baby.
Of course. Congratulations. I love you.
This is what it's all about.
From a backup car all the way to finish second, Ryan, you were so close. What was that last fraction of a lap like, though?
Well, it took longer to get going than I thought. I tried to make a move with like 10 to go, and it didn't go anywhere, and I thought we were kind of stuck. Luckily, we had the 22 with us, and I kind of helped him, and then he kind of helped me. And the white flag there, we got a big run into 1, and they kind of all separated. We got a big pull off of that. And then we got to second behind the 41. Somehow a run kept us going the whole way, and I laid back to the 47. I'm like, oh, we might get a good run, and I was sputtering and running out of gas the whole back straightaway, and I'm sure everyone else was too. So it was close. It was a solid day for us, man. We had such a fast car, and for it to be a backup car and them work so hard on it, it really means a lot. Means a lot for Ford and Motorcraft, and Quick Laner sticks with us. So not what we wanted, pretty good run, but a good start to the season nonetheless.
Ryan Blaney's best finish at Daytona.
Well, A.J. Allmendinger ties his best finish here at the Daytona 500. What a great run there. I think we're still trying to take in what happened in those last couple laps. What did you see?
Well, I was kind of looking at like the fuel pressure gauge, the window, the mirror, and the last 10 laps, knowing that we were pretty close, I was just trying to run in that pack and run quarter throttle and trying to hold my spot the best I could. I knew everybody was close, and it might come down to who didn't run out of fuel, but can't thank everybody enough on this 47 team. Kroger, ClickList, all of our associates that are a partner of this, all the guys back in the shop for all the hard work. Thank you very much. We had something go wrong with the left front middle of the race. We had to pit like 9 times to figure out what it was. My crew did a great job to figure out and diagnose the problem and fix it. So all in all, just proud of the effort, proud of Kroger sponsoring the Daytona event for 10 years and to be a part of it, and more than anything else, just to have a good start to this 2017 season. I think Tad and Jody, all the hard work they put in, the effort's there, our equipment's there. We just got to put it together, so hopefully it's a great start.
Great run. Well done.